I said what we were looking for was Prairie Dirt, Canadian Shield, and Wheatfield Soul. I used those three things to describe what we wanted from our general manager and our head coach. And there was a point, I can't remember when, there were so many things that happened, when we were in some aspect of adversity where the pressure was tremendous, and I said to everybody, and to Mike and to the other coaches and to Megan and to the people we were dealing with, I said, okay, the people who are inflicting this adversity on us, they don't understand that we're the people that get out of the car in a blizzard and push the car out of the snowbank or the ditch, and we rock it back and forth. Those are the people that we are. And I believe that our victories in Vancouver and today and Saskatchewan, I think, epitomize that mindset. We're prairie people. We're blue collar, we're tough to play against, and we squeeze. And it's amazing when you have that kind of vision and you actually say the words for it to then happen. It's amazing. And all credit to Mike and Jeremy and Lex and Alarian and Wes and those and Megan who actually did it, and all the players who bought into it.
What was it like for you seeing Simon being the one to hit that shot?
So I said to Simon before the game, I said, you know, we started with a local guy, Chad, with a big bucket. And the place went crazy because people realized, oh my goodness, a local guy just did something playing pro basketball in front of a big crowd. And I said to him, you know, you pull a stunt like that, they're going to name a street after you. And he did it. It's fantastic. I'm just so happy for him. And he, you know, you watch his game today and how tough he played inside and the type of physicality that he and determination that he showed. That's our team. That's what people should know we are.
David, you talked about when you first announced that the team was going to play in this building about getting people downtown in the summer and making downtown a destination. I guess what do you think it says that today, middle of August in the summer, that you guys set the league attendance record about what you guys have built here to do that today?
I'm overwhelmed and have been overwhelmed from the beginning, from the amount of support that we've gotten from this community, right from the very beginning. And so, you know, you sort of get to this moment, all the work that we've done from the very beginning to reach out to people, to advertise, to have a brand, to promote, to have a team, to do all those things on the business side, crystallizes in this moment when the big stage occurs. And I just want to say thank you very, very much to all the people who came out today, who came out and supported us this season. We're just filled with gratitude, and the faces, you know, what I get, my greatest joy comes from seeing the joy in other people. And to see what happened, you know, when Simon hit that bucket today, validates all the hard work. And yeah, people are coming downtown and supporting us, and we love it.
When you saw the number up on the big screen, how did you feel knowing that you guys had set that record?
Well, that's a strange question because I think it's a great achievement for us and for the city. But my immediate thought is, okay, now we got to beat it, or somebody else has to beat it. Somebody else has got to run faster. Somebody else has got to get a new record here or in another place as this league continues to grow. And I think it's a great celebration. And, you know, okay, who's next?
Just last one for me, I guess, sort of piggybacking off of that. For people who may have thought maybe Winnipeg's just a hockey city, what do you think it shows the support of this team as basketball?
Sorry, I can't hear you.
I was going to say, people may think, like, you aren't from here, though. Winnipeg is just a hockey city. But the success that this team has had, what does it say about Winnipeg and the community that exists here for basketball?
I'll tell you what this says about this team and about the basketball community that I've encountered across the province. We come from Winnipeg. We are Manitobans. And we have to get up in the morning and look at ourselves in the mirror and be content and know and be true to ourselves about who we are. And we're not going to be Toronto. We're not going to be the big fancy cities. We are Winnipeg. And so the rest of the country, the rest of the world through social media saw who and what we are, and I'm immensely proud of that.
David, when you first announced this team, that first press conference, did you think within 5 years that you guys would be able to create an environment like that and win a championship as well?
I think part of one's thinking is fantasy, that the answer is yes. Part of it is realistic, which says this is going to take time. I mean, I know that from my experience with the football team. It takes time to build a franchise. It takes time to build fans. It takes time to build a team culture, a team identity that ultimately will lead you to a championship. So, but I said the words, I'll quote the words back to you. I said, you know, whoever you are, wherever you come from, whatever you do, you belong here. And we mean it. And more people than we expected came at the beginning, and it's been building and building and building, and you know, we're going to continue to do that. To be very honest, my role model here is how Mark Chipman brought hockey back to Winnipeg with the Moose, and he operated like they were an NHL team. And I don't know, you know, we're never going to be the NBA. But I want to achieve that level of professionalism with our organization. And people are grateful for it. People like the show, they like our players, it helps us attract players. And same with the Bombers. I mean, it's exactly the same playbook for how we created the Blue Bombers. So when I said that at the beginning, I didn't know how long it would take, but I meant that we were going to grow into something that was good.
You've been involved in sports for a long time and a big sports fan, obviously. You know how devastating it should be to lose 3 starters on a team before a playoff run. How do you put into words just the story of this team and how you guys were able to overcome that and the distractions and whatever to play the 3 best games in franchise history and end this thing as champs?
I think it's a testament to our coaches, obviously for keeping it level, but the players themselves bonded together, and you could see it build. It started in the Saskatchewan game, but you know, when you watch that Vancouver game, and I was there in person with them, and you watch how they were connected and working together and talking to each other and squeezing and squeezing and squeezing the life out of the Bandits. That's a testament to being well coached and then buying in and doing it. And they didn't let the distractions get to them. They just didn't. And there were many. There were many.
You spoke humbly about the basketball community, the Manitoba community, and the grit that is kind of in our DNA. But you were involved in bringing professional basketball to this city well over 30 years ago. What does this mean for you and for your family? To be honest, I mean, everybody's happy, of course, but I don't personalize it at all. I see myself as part of the team, and I subordinate myself to the team. There are things that I do in my role, but I don't take any of this personally, and our success and our failures are collective. You touched on it a little bit earlier, but I wanted you to maybe expand on Mike Rainbow, the decision to name him head coach. He was part of the previous coaching staff in the first 3 years with this team, but what was it about him, his coaching style, his culture, whatever it might be, that gave you and the organization the confidence to say, Mike, this is your team now?
It's pretty simple. I asked him to, I probably shouldn't be saying this, but I asked him to write down words, individual words that describe what his organization would be. And I thought I might get 3 to 5 words out of him, and he wrote down 2. Tough, connected. And he didn't want to give me any more words. And I thought that was pretty impressive for what could be a very complex thing. He reduced it and simplified it and said this is what he wanted to be. And I said, okay.